خب انشالله که دوستا هم هفته خوب رو پشت سر گذاشته باشن. میریم و برنامه امشب مسجد رسول با تلاوت آیه 5 تا 11 سوره مبارکه یونس که توسط محترم حاجی آقای معلم همکار قرائت خواهد شد شروع میکنیم. ترجمه فارسی انشالله توسط محترم آقای خیاطیان. And the English translation will be recited by brother الیاس حبیب انشالله. در بخش دوم برنامه امشب همانطوری که عزیزان واقف هستند ختم قرآن داریم برای پدر آقا داود برادر ما حاجی غلام سخی که انشالله در بخش دوم دعای ختم قرآن خوانده خواهد شد و قرائت خواهد شد و برنامه را پیش خواهیم برد. از محترم حاجی آقای معلم همکار خواهش میکنم تشریف بیارن و آیه 5 تا 11 قرائت بفرمایید. سر سلامتی خودشان و فامیل محترمشان صلوات محمد پسند ختم بفرمایید عزیزان. اللهم صل علی محمد و آل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هو الذي جعل الشمس ضياء والقمر نورا وقدره منازل لتعلموا عدد السنين والحساب. ما خلق الله ذلك إلا بالحق يفصل الآيات لقوم يعلمون. إن في اختلاف الليل والنهار وما خلق الله في السماوات والأرض لآيات لقوم يتقون. إن الذين لا يرجون لقاءنا ورضوا بالحياة الدنيا واطمأنوا بها والذين هم عن آياتنا غافلون. أولئك مأواهم النار بما كانوا يكسبون. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات يهديهم ربهم بإيمانهم تجري من تحتهم الأنهار في جنات النعيم. دعواهم فيها سبحانك اللهم وتحيتهم فيها سلام. وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. ولو يعجل الله للناس الشر استعجالهم بالخير لقضي إليهم أجلهم فنذر الذين لا يرجون لقاءنا في طغيانهم يعمهون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد عجل.
اعوذ بالله من الشیطان الرجیم. اوست آن خدایی که به خورشید درخشندگی بخشید و ماه را نوری تابان قرار داد و برای آن منزلها و مراحلی را مشخص و معلوم کرد تا شمار سالها و حساب زمان را بدانید. خدا اینها را جز به حق نیافرید و به انسان آیات خود را برای مردمی که می‌دانند به تفصیل بیان می‌کند. به درستی که در تناوب و اختلاف شب و روز و در آنچه خدا در آسمان‌ها و زمین آفریده است برای مردم پرهیزگار نشانه هاست. کسانی که به دیدار ما امید ندارند و به زندگی این دنیا راضی‌اند و بدان خوشنود شده‌اند و آنان که از آیات ما غافلند آنها جایشان آتش است به سبب آنچه از کارهای بد به دست آوردند. کسانی که ایمان دارند و کارهای شایسته می کنند پروردگارشان آنها را به سبب ایمانشان به بهشت‌های پرنعمتی که از زیرشان نهرها روان است هدایت خواهد کرد. دعای مؤمنان در آنجا این است: بار الها تو پاک و منزهی، و درودشان در آنجا سلام است و پایان دعایشان این خواهد بود: شکر و ستایش خاص پروردگار جهانیان است. و اگر خدا در دادن جزای کار بدشان شتاب می کرد، همان گونه که آنها در دریافت پاداش کارهای خوب شتاب دارند، اجل مهلت زندگی آنها سر آمده بود. پس کسانی را که به دیدار ما امید ندارند به حال خودشان وامی گذاریم تا در سرکشی خویش کور و سرگردان بمانند. صدق الله العلی العظیم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The name of Allah, the most merciful, the most beneficent. He it is who made the sun a shining brightness and the moon a light, and ordained for it mansions that you might know the computation of years and the reckoning. Allah did not create it but with truth. He makes the signs manifest for a people who know, most surely in the variation of the night and the day, and what Allah has created in the heavens and in the earth. There are signs for a people who guard against evil. Surely those who do not hope in our meeting and are pleased with this world's life and are content with it. And those who are heedless of our communications, as for those, their abode is the fire because of what they earned. Surely, as for those believe and do good, their Lord will guide them by their faith. There shall flow from beneath them rivers and gardens of bliss. Their cry it shall be, Glory to Thee, O Allah, and their greeting in it shall be peace. and that the last of their cry shall be, Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. And if Allah should hasten the evil to men as they desire the hastening on of good, their doom should certainly have been decreed for them. But if we leave those alone who hope not to our meeting with their inordinacy, blindly wandering on. Sadaqallahu al-aliyyul azim. Salawat.
خب با جان تشکر و سپاس از محترم آقای معلم همکار، آقای خیاطیان و الیاس حبیب که قرآن و ترجمه فارسی و انگلیسی را به سمع شما رساندن. در بخش دوم برنامه امشب از طرف برادران محترم آقای تهرانی قطع شعر تهیه کردن. محترم آقای تهرانی شعر تهیه کردن. بله بفرمایید. شعر تهیه کردن که از شعرشان استفاده خواهیم کرد. سر سلامتی آقای تهرانی که میشه زحمت میکشن. صلوات غرای ختم بفرمایید عزیزان. اللهم صل علی محمد و آل محمد.
سلام علیکم و رحمت الله. اشعار امشب مناجات یک عارف با حضرت حق می باشد. این اشعار را تقدیم می کنم به شما عزیزان، علل خصوص خانواده محترم برادر عزیزمان مرحوم حاج آقا محمد اشرفی، روحش شاد. اشعار را با فرازهای از صحیفه سجادی آغاز می کنم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. ستایش به درگاهی می آوریم که گرداننده شبها و روزها و پدید آورنده تاریکی ها و روشانی هاست. دست توانای او شب روز را به وجود می آورد. این دو آیات عظما را به دنبال هم برانگیخت، ولی در عین حال با دقت خلقت و لطف صنعت لطیفه‌ای به کار برد که نور با ظلمت نیامیزد و شب به روز در نیفتد. پروردگارا، ما آفریده تو باشیم، با جان و دل فرمان تو بریم و جز قدرت تو قدرتی نیست تا این چرخ سنگین را بگرداند. یا رب، بر محمد آل او درود فرست و با قدرت خداوندی خیش ما را در پیش رو و پشت سر و جانب راست و جهت چپ از شرور و شدائد ایمن دار و همچنین تقدیر فرما که راه رضای تو بپیماییم و در عشق تو روشندل و پشتگرم باشیم و به سوی رحمت و مرحمت تو بشتابیم. همه حق بجوییم، همه حق بگوییم، همه دل مظلوم به دست بیاوریم و بر فرق ظالم بکوبیم. یا رب، یا رب چنان کن که برای ما فرخنده ترین روز روزی باشد که در رضای تو بر ما سپری شود. به امید تو ای ارحم الراحمین. صلوات. بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. جهان دارا خداوند کریما، جهان دارا خداوند کریما، غفورا و خطا بخشا و رحیما. کرامت کن، کرامت کن مرا قلبی پر از نور، تو جانم را ز غیر خویش کن دور. شفا ده دلم را از غم عشق، روانم را زنده گردان از غم عشق. در اندازم به دریای محبت، بنایم ز آوای محبت. اگر عشقت نباشد عالمی نیست. اگر عشقت نباشد عالمی نیست. به غیر عشق هستی را دمی نیست. جهان برپا بود بر محور عشق. تو شاهی می کنی بر کشور عشق. بلی از عشق می روید نباتات. بود از عشق برپا این سماوات. ملائک غرق عشق و مات و عشقند. همه عالم به حق آیات عشقند. اگر از عشق خالی بود یک دل، اگر از عشق خالی بود یک دل، مخوانش دل، یا سنگ است یا گل. شفای درد بی درمان بود عشق. امید بی سر و سامان بود عشق. نوای مستمندان عشق باشد. صفای دردمندان عشق باشد. هر آن کو مایه دارد از غم عشق، بود پاینده بی شک از دم عشق. بنا کن چون حق از عشق دم زد، کتاب آفرینش را رقم زد. صلوات.
خب با تشکر و سپاس فراوان از محترم آقای تهرانی، بخش دوم برنامه ما در اینجا به پایان میرسه. After a few announcements, inshallah, we'll go ahead and we will listen to Ajaga Mudarris' speech. First, as usual, please see Brother Zia Amili and make sure that you pay your monthly donations and monthly pledges and make sure that you're up to date. We need your financial support in order to keep up with our expenses, my brothers and sisters. Our next week's program, we will start off with tomorrow. If I can have everyone's attention, tomorrow we have the Fatiha for Marhum Maghfur Haji Muhammad Ashraf from 3 to 6 in this place. He passed away this past Sunday. He's the brother-in-law of Ajir Ahmad, who works all the time here. He is the father of our accountant for our masjid. He was my mother and Haji Yasin's mother's cousin as well, the person who passed away. So please, if you have the time, please try to show up tomorrow for his Fatiha, inshallah. With that being said, our next week's program from Tuesday to next Sunday or Saturday will be emailed to everyone on Tuesday. So please make sure to check your email and please make sure to read it, because sometimes we will cancel some of our programs, so we don't want you to show up while the program is canceled. For example, last Tuesday, the program was canceled, right? If you would have read the email, then you would have known. With that being said, all of these programs, if you are not part of our email distribution, you can go to our website at masjidalrasool.com or through our Facebook page at Masjid Al Rasool. All of our weekly programs are posted there on a weekly basis, so you can get the programs from there. Please help us to keep our masjid clean, whether it's inside or outside. And again, one more time, tomorrow we have the Fatiha for Marhum Maghfur Muhammad Ashraf from 3 to 6 p.m. Please try to show up. And then we're located in a residential area. As usual, please make sure that when you're leaving the masjid tonight, please make sure not to make, yeah, nobody is listening, that's fine. I'm repeating it for myself. I know Shir Chai, and when the food is here, everything, we forget about everything. Now I see how you feel, Ajaga Mudarris. I get offended. Okay, salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Okay, we're located in a residential area. Please make sure that you don't make any noise. We don't want to bother our neighbors around us. We don't know if they are working or not tomorrow, but it doesn't give us the right to disturb them tonight. Ajag Modares will have one speech tonight. The title of his speech will be Qualities of Healthy Families. It's the one that he started a long time ago, and it has been paused throughout, but he's going to continue on that topic again tonight inshallah. میریم و از محضر حجت الاسلام و المسلمین آقای مدرس استفاده میکنیم. سر سلامتی خودشان و فامیل محترمشان صلوات محمدی پسند ختم بفرمایید. اللهم صل علی محمد و آل محمد.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I will recite Khatm Quran at the end of the speech because still there's some individual reading, so we will do Khatm Quran at the end. And also we will give the prizes of the Sunday. If you remember Q&A and the questions, we had winners. So I remember what's the total of 5, if I'm not wrong, right, Amal? A total of 5 winners. You will get your prize inshallah at the end as well. For the honor of the Holy Prophet and all of the prophets of God, and to continuity of the prophethood, Ahlul Bayt, and our Imams recite the salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكرمين سيما بقية الله في السماوات والأراضين روحي وأرواحنا وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفدا. قال الله الحكيم في القرآن الكريم قل أدعو إلى الله على بصيرة أنا ومن اتبعني. Inshallah, for a few minutes I will give a short talk in Farsi, and inshallah we'll come to the English lecture. The speech on the English will be on the topic as they announced, which was about the qualities of a healthy family, or the word in the Quran that refers to that is, let's say, a Qurani family. I will come to that inshallah in a bit. متاسفانه در این هفته که گذشت ما چند اتفاق هم در دنیا افتاد و همین که در کمیونیتی ما هم چند عزیز رو از دست دادیم. انشالله که خداوند روی همه گذشتگان ما را غریق رحمت و مغفرت بگردانند و ما هم که هر زمان عمر ما در این دنیا به سر خواهد آمد انشالله عمری باشد با برکت و عاقبت به خیری و سعادت، و انشالله که ترکی دنیا همراه با افسوس و همراه با ترس نباشد. همانا که پیغمبر خدا فرمود مرگ برای مؤمن مانند رفتن از یک بیابان بی‌آب به یک باغ خرم است و برای یک انسان فاسق مانند رفتن از یک جای خوش آب و هوا به یک جای خشک و بی‌آب و علف. انشالله که ما از نوع اول باشیم و از زمره مؤمنین با ذکر صلوات بر محمد و آل محمد. نکته که تو منبر فارسی میخوام صحبت بکنم یک مسئله فرهنگی است متاسفانه. با اون این هست که بعضی وقتا ما بزرگترین دشمن خود ما هستیم. در روایت هم پیغمبر خدا فرمود که اعدا عدوک نفسک الذی بین جنبیک، بزرگترین دشمنترین دشمن تو نفس توست، خود تو هستی که بین دو دستت هست. یعنی وجود تو میتواند بزرگترین دشمن باشد. چرا این رو فرمودن؟ قرآن هم همین رو میفرماید که وقتی در آیات مختلف نگاه میکنیم میفرماید که از زمره اون لامارتون بالسوء، از زمره کار نفس و از زمره کار هوای انسان این است که انسان رو به سوء و به بدی دستور میدهد. اماره از امر میاد، دستور دادن. ما رو دستور میداد به کار سوء. و در مقابل انسان ایمان است که انسان رو دعوت به تقوا میکند، ایمان است که انسان رو به نیکی دعوت میکند. اما در این حالی که این دشمنی رو صحبت میکنیم، بعضی وقتا ما دشمنی رو با خود میکنیم به این معنا که خودزنی میکنیم. خب قرآن مجید این آیه معروف است در سوره مبارکه حجرات. ما چند سال پیش تفسیر سوره حجرات رو صحبت کردیم. خدا میفرماید انما المؤمنون اخوه. آدمای مؤمن باید برادر باشن. برادر به معنی کسی که غمخوار و یاری کننده یکدیگر است. در زبان عربی این اخوه به معنی برادری خونی نیست. برای همین است که به زن هم اطلاق می شود، به این معنا که مؤمنین یار و یاور یکدیگرند، اخوه. فاصلحوا بین اخویکم. پس وظیفه شما اینه که در بین این برادرها، در بین این دیگران، در بین این یاری کنندگان اصلاح کنید. یعنی اگر میبینید دچار دشمنی و تفرقه و کینه و مصیبتی هستند، هدف شما این باشد که آشتی بدهید، هدف شما اصلاح باشد. فاصلحوا بین اخویکم. بعد میفرماد واتقوا الله. اگر میخواین راه درست اصلاح کردن و آشتی دادن رو بلد باشید، راهش تقواست. تقوای الهی رو پیشه کنید. لعلکم ترحمون. امید است که شما مورد رحمت خدا واقع بشوید. پس بر اساس این آیه مبارکه دشمنی می شود وسیله دور شدن از رحمت خدا. چون می فرماید فاصلحوا بین اخویکم دیگه. میگه وقتی میبینید دو نفر با هم دیگر جنگ و جدالی دارن، دعوایی دارن، زد و خوردی دارن، وظیفه شما باید آشتی دادن باشه. اگر هم بلد نیستید آشتی بدهید، حداقل بدتر نکنید. این نکته بسیار مهمی است که متاسفانه ما دچار غفلت میشیم و بعضی وقتا به اسم حق و به اسم خدا غافل میشیم از این دستور بزرگ الهی. در خطبه ماه شعبان، خطبه است که پیامبر خدا قبل از اینکه رمضان بیاد در همین ماهی که ما هستیم به نوعی پیشواز رمضان رفتن، پیغمبر خدا یک خطبه و یک سخنرانی کرد که بخوانید، خطبهش پیدا می شود به زبان فارسی و دیگر زبان ها هم ترجمه دارند. در اون خطبه می فرماید که مسلمین، مؤمنین آماده باشید که ماه رحمت خدا داره نزدیک می شود. در این ماهی که نفسهای شما در این ماه عبادت است، خواب شما در این ماه عبادت است، آماده باشید که از این ماه دست خالی نروید. بعد می فرماید به اینجا می رسد که در این ماه ترحموا صغارکم و کبروا کبارکم. فرماید با کوچیک ها، با صغار اطفال، خردسالان، با کودکان رحمت داشته باشید، مهربان باشید. با بزرگترها، ریش سفیدها، کبار که ما میگیم معنی کسی که سن و سالی از او گذشته است، با اونها احترام رو رعایت بکنید. کبرو یعنی اونها رو بزرگ بشمارید، حرمتشون رو، قدرشون رو بدانید. و این نشانه این است که اصلا هدف حتی ماه رمضان هم این است که خرد و کلان، پیر و جوان رو در کنار یکدیگر قرار بدهد، در کنار یکدیگر قرار بدهد. و وظیفه ما هم این است که این دشمن رو بشناسیم که نفس است. نفس دنبال برادری نیست. نفس، میخوایم بعضی از نمونه‌های حرف نفس رو بشنویم. نفس همیشه میگه آقا جان این مردم نمیشود به اونا اعتماد کرد. یکی بحث اعتماد کردن است، یکی خیر رساندن است. خب این رو خیلی باید مواظب باشیم. مثلا ما روایت داریم که فرمودن امیدتون رو به دست مردم نکنید. روایت داریم که خودتون رو به مردم وا نگذارید، به خدا وا بگذارید. چرا که مردم، اگر خودتون رو به خدا وا گذاشتید، مردم رو هم خدا وسیله قرار میدهد، شما بی‌نیاز میشین، از طریق مردم بی‌نیاز میشین. اما اگر بی خدا بودین، فقط به مردم اتکا کردین، مردم به شما رو رها خواهند کرد. ولی در عین حال خیرخواه مردم باشید. این دو تا نکته جداگانه است. بعضیا حاضر نیستن دست به خیر داشته باشن برای کسی، میگن با این مردم هر کارم که تو بکنی، هر چی هم خیر برسانی، بازم زخم زبان میزنن. در حالی که منظوری که با مردم امیدتون رو نگذاریم این است که به خاطر مردم خدا رو، دستور خدا رو زیر پا نگذارین. این معنیش هست. چون مردم میگن انسان کار اشتباه رو انجام نده، چون مردم میگوین. اما وقتی به خیر رسانی میرسد، وظیفه ما این است که تا جایی که میتوانیم اصلاح بکنیم. یعنی هر چیزی که خراب است، شکسته است، ما درست بکنیم. این درس بزرگ دین خداست برای ما. ما یک جایی رد میشیم، یک دیواری نیمه خراب است، بیشتر خراب نکنیم. یک رابطه شکسته است، بیشتر ما عمیق‌تر نکنیم. و این کار شدنی است. به چه شرط؟ به شرطی که خیرخواه مردم باشید. با اون روایت بارها گفتم، بازم لذت داره دادم دوباره بشنوید. پیغمبر خدا در مسجد نشسته بود، فرمود الان کسی از در وارد می شود که این شخص بهشتی است، اهل جنت است. همه منتظر شدن، دیدن یک آدمی آمد شروع کرد نماز خواندن داخل مسجد. وقتی که این شخص نمازش تمام شد، همین اطراف اصحاب پیامبر دورش رو جمع کردن، دورش جمع شدن که بنده خدا بگو تو چیکار میکنی، رمز و رازش رو بگو، چه سری هست که گفت چه سر چی چه قرار؟ گفتن ما یک چیزی در مورد تو شنیدیم، حتما تو یک ویژگی خاصی داری که خداوند اینقدر به تو لطف کرده است. گفت نه، ما همین نمازی که میبینید میخوانیم، همین واجبات رو انجام میدهیم. گفت نه، چه چیزی خاصی انجام میدهی؟ گفت تنها چیزی که به ذهن من میرسد این است که در قلب من نسبت به هیچ کسی من بدی نمیخواهم. غل و غش در قلب من نسبت به کسی نیست، به این معنا که اگر دیگران دچار مشکل بشن من رو خوشحال نمیکنم، بدبختی مردم من رو شاد نمیکنم، در مقابل شادی و خوشی مردم من رو ناراحت نمیکنم. در دل من نسبت به دیگران کینه نیست. و این خودش یعنی که انسان او دشمن درونی رو کنترل کرده است و شکست داده است. کسی که دل او نسبت به مردم بدخواه نباشد. پیغمبرای خدا این کلمه رو یاد شما باشد، در قرآن هم زیاد میبینید. پیغمبران خدا چی بودن؟ ناصح. از نصیحت و اینا هم از اون میاد. ناصح یعنی خیرخواه. پیغمبران خدا خیر مردم رو میخواستن. اگر هم حرفی میزدن از روی خیرخواهی میزدن. حالا اگر کسی نخواست، قبول نکرد، چون ما خیرخواه بودیم، بازم ما هدفمونی بوده که به یکی خیر برسونیم. او قبول نکرد، دست خودشه. من یک مثال میزنم. شما اگر برین پیش یک فقیری، غذا درست کرده باشین، برین آقا مثلا چند تا هوملس هست، چند تا آدم فقیر است، ما نان بخوایم بدیم، غذا بدیم. اگر غذا رو جلوش گذاشتیم نگرفت، ما ناراحت میشیم؟ فقیر میگه نمیخوام، آقا میگه نمیخوریم، میریم جای دیگه میدیم، نمیخوام. وقتی که ما به کار امر به معروف میرسد، یکی رو میخوایم هدایت بکنیم، یک کسی رو میخوایم ارشاد بکنیم، موعظه بکنیم، امر به معروف هم بکنیم، عین ماجراست. ما میگیم اگر قبول کرد، اگر نکرد جای ناراحتی ندارد. اما اگه برعکس باشد، شما بریم پیش کسی که زیر دست شماست، غذا رو بهش بدین، یا بگیر یا که اخراجی. زیر دست دیگه، این فقیر نیست، این کسی نیست که شما خیرش رو بخواین، زیر دست شما. اگر به حرف شما نکند عصبانی میشون، تو کارگر ما هستی، تو باید گوش بکنی. بعضیا به مردم هم به چشم زیر دست نگاه میکنن. امر به معروف هم که میخوایم بکنیم، به عمود دید زیر دستی نگاه میکنیم. اگر کسی هم گوش نکرد، سریع به غرور ما برمیخورن. پیغمبر خدا با اون همه جایگاه و عظمتش ارشاد میکرد، به او در مقابل دشنام میزدن، بر صورت مبارکش آب دهان مینداختن. چیکار نکردن با پیغمبر خدا؟ وقت ما ناراحت میشیم که چرا فلانی رو ما گفتیم چپ بشین، این راست رفت. عاقبتمون رو خدا به خیر کند، ما رو اهل اصلاح، اهل از بین بردن کینه ها و نفرت ها قرار بدهد، ما رو وسیله برای خیر و خیرخواهی دیگران قرار بدهد. صلوات نهد کنید. So the topic we've been discussing was regarding how to maintain a healthy family, a Qur'ani family. And what we mean by Qur'an. Qur'an as a way of life. We believe, of course, not everybody look at Qur'an and they learn equally valuable lessons. That's not true. And that's even applicable to the time of the Prophet. I want you to understand this. It's like that when we see somebody who studied any major, let's say a doctor who studied medicine, I think the third cause of death in America, the third cause, if I'm wrong, correct me after the speech, inshallah. The third cause of death in America is mistakes made by the health providers. The third cause of death. Look it up, Google it. Is the third cause of death. So it means that even somebody who studied 4 years in medical school, how many years in residency, how many years practice, still is one of the highest causes of death in America, that it was diagnosed wrong, wrong prescription, wrong dose, whatever it is. Same applies to other majors. Somebody who studied physics, somebody who studied, let's say, business. It doesn't mean that all the practices they will make will be correct. How many insider trading you heard about people's scandals, that millions and millions of dollars are being unfairly moved around because people, they knew willingly they cheated the system. Quran is no exception, because Quran, when you look at it, there are lessons, there are points in it. But it doesn't mean everybody who's reading it that definitely live by the standards of Quran. And I want you to understand that because somebody reads Quran, memorizes Quran, believe in Quran, it does not necessarily make them somebody who live according to the codes of Quran. And that applies to other fields as well. Of course, when it comes to religion, it is about belief. It's not like other fields of science that is about probably mostly related to physical realm of existence. But at the same time, the rules still applies, because people cheat, even in the name of religion, and that's no exception. And one thing it is that it happens is this healthy code that we're looking for. It is something that, unfortunately, we know about it. It's not that there is it's been not said for many years. It was something that not mentioned. And this is a reality of our time, that sometimes we think there's something that I have to go study to learn about, when in reality, most of that we know. It's not about not knowing. I personally think in most of cases we know right from wrong. Is that when it comes to the what we call mizan, the balance, we tip the scale to the wrong side because of a lot of reasons. One is because when we talk about religion, it's always about long term. It's not about short term. And usually human beings, we care about short term. Even in business, right? It's around 40% of people in America live paycheck to paycheck. Means they have no savings. In some cases, they don't have money to save. In some cases, they don't save. They just live the life they want. Short term is always the one that people think about. People who are more successful, they think of long term. Religion is overall is about long term. It's never about short term. Right? It's always about long term. When you talk about patience, to be one of the most important elements of faith, what is patience? It's about waiting. Why you have to wait? Because the religion, you will see the outcome of that in long term. In short term, you don't see that. You don't see the short term effect right away. There are very, very minimal impacts of short-term practices. Some people said if Ramadan was a week, it would have been better. God wants to help us to experience the hunger and the thirst of the hungry. Why Allah made it a month? Why is not a week? And I tell you why. We have so many short-term days when it comes to Eid. How much Eid has an impact and how much Ramadan has the impact. Even people who are not very good with their prayers, and they're not strict with their prayers, when it comes to Ramadan, somehow that a bit of long-term plan is start changing their habits and start coming back to prayers. But one important element that is related to the healthy family is this sense of understanding our own worth. to have a healthy family, to have a healthy faith and iman, it is important to understand who you are. As Prophet said, the one who knows himself, herself, will know and recognize their Lord. Man arafa nafsahu faqad arafa rabbah. If you know the worth, if you know who you are, you will know your Creator as well. But if you're lost at who you are, what you're here for, what's the purpose, then you will never get a chance to actually ask the bigger question. Oh, let's talk about the one who brought me here. I don't even know why I'm here. What kind of difference is going to make who brought me here if I don't know why I'm here? And one of that is that Al-Quran said the word karama is the honor of humanity. Allah said human beings have honor. And that's reason in our faith it is important to maintain your dignity. Not arrogance, not pride, dignity. Means no to humiliation. It is never okay to accept humility by force. One is you choose to be humble, down to earth. That is a quality, that's a golden quality to have. One is that you are shattered under the feet of someone. You're forced to be humiliated. That is something no part of the religion accepts or encourage. Nowhere. Why is that? Because that will undermine human worth and value. And when we look at personalities such as Holy Prophet himself and his family, Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, you see that this is one of the motto of life for all of them. Hayhad min dhilla, which is no to humility, to humility. As Imam Hussein said, to me death with dignity is preferable than life with misery. I prefer that kind of life. This is a motto of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Probably we see the manifestation of this motto in Karbala, but this was the exact word of the Prophet, as the exact word of Ali ibn Abi Talib, who never turned back to the enemy. The same motto of Hassan ibn Ali alayhi salam. It was no difference in when it comes to the principles they stood by. But one thing there's always is a tragedy is when we undermine our own values. Sometimes we always talk about external force, is that others tells us, oh, you don't worth it, or you're not as good. Your culture, your race, your nationality. One is the external cause of humiliation. Sometimes the internal cause is that something from within that make us to lose our worth and value. When Quran said, ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ وَلَكِنْ أَنفُسَهُمْ يَظْلِمُونَ, that people who oppress themselves, they wrong themselves. The idea was to don't accept dhulm, right? The idea of dignity is that you always say no to oppression. But one form of oppression, as Quran says, is when people oppress themselves. And that is the type of, I believe, undermining our self-worth that is very, very common at every era of the human history, including our time. That we undermine our own value. We undermine our own worth and karama. How we do it when we make reckless decisions, ignorant decisions. It leads us to lose that worth and value that we have. And one thing I'm going to finish with that, inshallah, this speech, is regarding this idea that this is the question. I'm going to ask you and please answer, raise your hand and answer. What is the standard for human beings' worth? How we determine somebody's value? Taqwa. But in real life, what it is? Money. What else? Rank? Power? Accomplishments? Achievements? Sisters? Family background. These are the truth. Taqwa is the cliche everybody say. That's the truth. That's the truth. But in real life, the other ones are, of course, have priority. Doesn't matter which culture you are, African, Persian, Pakistan, India, Iraq. Which family you're from? My great-grandfather was this. My ancestors were this. When in Quran Allah specifically said, and in the tradition of the Prophet said, that the honor of your parents is not going to impact you, and the deviance of your parents is not going to doom you or make you be damned to failure. But we say it always. What else? Money. The standard of success in America is money. Capital. How much asset you have. What kind of car you drive. Even the way we say salam to people with different kind of cars is just mind-boggling. If somebody drive with a car that is worth 500,000, would you say the same kind of salam to that individual that you would say to the guy who just have a 2005 Camry? No offense to Camry owners. I should have said Honda, of course. Would we? If the answer is yes, good, alhamdulillah. Accomplishment, education. And we place that in the minds of children. Go make something out of yourself. What do you mean, mom and dad? Go to school, get a degree, go to good school. But you didn't go to school, you don't have that degree. It makes you not making something out of yourself? I had this conversation, I mentioned it. Parents came to me. These parents came to me and they said, we migrated here 25 years ago, 30 years ago, and our children were born here. And we feel that we cannot really be a good teacher for them because we are immigrants. And they were speaking a very good English, very good English. There was nothing wrong with their English. So yeah, we send them to this kind of school. We provide them with this and that. When they have questions, as much as we know, we answer. If not, we take them to, a scholar to get the answer. But still, we're concerned that because, and they were repeating this over and over, because we were not born here. This is that undermining our worth. We have people who have overconfidence. Overconfident. Literally, there's nothing to be confident about, but they are confident. And people who are, unfortunately, have low self-esteem, that they have nothing wrong, but somehow they think they're not, qualified or not worthy of being in that position. Accent. I can tell you, best professors today, there are best professors who still have accents. They teach at Harvard, they teach in Berkeley, they have accents. Especially science-based major. Computer science, there are a lot of them with accents. There's nothing wrong with it. But somehow we're embarrassed to say, our children are saying it because somehow we even tell them it's okay. Yeah, you're right to make fun of this part of my accent. Mothers. We say to our children, if Afghanistan wasn't the way it was, if my dad would have let me go to school, I would have been a doctor. It's like that they're not accomplished enough because they're a mother now. They're a stay-home mom. Oh, I could have been a nurse. I could have been an accountant. In the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you're an accountant, if you're a doctor, if you're a stay-home mom, in the eyes of Allah, none of those degree matters. None of them matter. And we should believe in that. It's not to offend anyone with a degree, it's perfectly fine. But if I sit and I believe because that person has a degree and I don't have the same value as them, that's my problem. It's not their, they didn't tell me. I'm thinking it that way. So you should be proud of who you are. Okay, the life led me to the life, to the way of life that I am today. I was forced to migrate from one country to another. That was the way of life. That was not a choice for me. But I am where I am today. What's wrong with it? If I failed, that's the part I have to hold myself accountable. I didn't work hard enough. I start being, a lousy father. I was not a good husband. I was not a good mother. That's the time I have to self-criticize myself and try to fix my flaws. But if it's not, because somebody come and show off about their job and they have some paycheck at the end of the month, I should not feel bad about myself. It is not easy. But you have to, the biggest enemy, as I mentioned, is sometimes ourselves, that we undermine our own value. We don't think we are good enough. And how many tradition, how many ayah of Quran we need to tell us, now you're good. You're as good of a father as somebody with a degree or not degree. Where you're born is not a factor how good of a parents you are. I know so many parents who were born here, and unfortunately they're most terrible fathers. I know them. According to their own family and children and parents and their spouse, they're the worst parent. And I know migrant people who came here and they're worst parents too. It's not a factor to success or fail. Yes, if you know the language, it would be easier to communicate, but at the same time, what do you want to communicate about? You're not writing an essay that expects you to do a research paper with citation, that you have to go to school to learn that. But this blaming game continues and sometimes being shoved down our throat that we have to believe it. You have to believe it. You're a first generation immigrant, second, these titles and these labels over and over. What should I do with it? What kind of benefit or harm is going to make that? So inshallah, a healthy family is the one who embraced each other's value. You have to make sure that your mom, your dad, your siblings, they know that they are valuable. They are valuable to your life. They're valuable as a member of your family. That has to be said. When the tradition of the Prophet said, when your mom or your dad, they give you a cup of water, the act of handing a cup of water in reward is equivalent of performing Hajj or Umrah. We have tradition. It's like you went to pilgrimage. When you hand a cup of water, it means that is the amount of grateful, how grateful we have to be for handing a cup of water, being handed a cup of water. But we have this inferiority complex, that we think we are inferior, we're not good enough. We compare ourselves with others. And of course, Instagram didn't make it easier, I promise you. Facebook didn't make that easier for us. The comparison now is, if before was just a couple of people we see and meet, now I don't know how many hundreds, let's say it. How many of them are out there to compare ourselves with? How much of that is real or fake is not even our job to know. That's not even the concern. Let me finish with the hadith. Recite the salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. The hadith is by Imam Raza alayhi salam. Imam said there are 6 types of people that they're not serious about what they say. They are making fun of themselves. They're ridiculing themselves. When I mention them, you understand what the hadith is about. So 6 types of people, they're not serious enough. First one, Imam alayhi salam said, the one who asks for forgiveness with their tongue from God, but truly in their heart, they're not regretting the sin they committed. If you say, God, forgive me, but at the bottom of your heart, you don't feel, you just say it because you say it, you don't feel about what you did. It was just fine. Imam said, you're not serious about that tawbah. That's not a repentance. That your tongue and your heart doesn't match. Second one is the one who asks from Allah to be successful, but they don't put the effort and work. They're making fun of themselves. Because Allah said, pray to me, but I gave you all the means. Who gave you the talent? Who gave you all these means of success that you have? I gave you. It's like some spoiled kids, you saw them, that So, Mom, I'm hungry, and the food is in front of them. They're waiting for the mom kind of literally put the spoon in their mouth. This is what some people, they pray, God, help me be successful, and we don't want to study hard. We don't want to work hard. Forget about Quran said, لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. There's nothing for man but the efforts they put into anything. I'm just going to make dua. Imam said they're making fun of themselves. Third one, Imam alayhi salam said, the one who asks for heaven from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but they're not patient in this dunya. They want heaven, they want all their words, but they don't want, that, as I mentioned, the endurance in this life. Because as we know, nothing is free. Nothing is free, including heaven. The fourth one, Imam alayhi salam said, the one who asked from Allah to be protected from punishment. But he doesn't stay away from haram. He doesn't stay from sin. They're making fun of themselves. How you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be protected from punishment, and still you go and do the cause of the punishment. Fifth one, the one who remembers death, knows about death, remind himself and others of death, but does not prepare themselves for death itself. You go to cemetery, you look at graves, you go to funerals, but I'm not doing anything for it to take that journey. Oh, I'm going to eventually have this as my final journey as well. What I'm going to do? What is my saving? What is the luggage I have with me? Imam said, if you don't prepare yourself for that and you talk about death and remember death, you are not serious about it. And the last one, the one who remembers Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one who remembers Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, dhikrullah, dhikr. But is not willing to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is not willing to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because when you remember Allah, is one thing, and second is that, okay, I'm ready for it. Whenever is the inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, we're from Allah, we return to Him. Whenever is that time, I'm ready. I'm willing for that. It's not that I'm, God forbid, asking for death. It's not that I'm doing anything to make my lifespan to be shorter, none of that. But when actually death comes, and that's something unavoidable, when that comes, I'm ready. The one who remember Allah and is not ready for that meeting with Allah, is not willing to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're joking, they're not serious enough. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to remember, to be serious about what we say. To ask ourselves, am I someone willingly ready to invest in a matter of ideals and values that I have? Alhamdulillah, if it is, yes. And my dear brothers and sisters, you are valuable. Regardless of what job you have, don't let anybody tell you don't worth it, you're not valuable. I've been in death funerals of people with PhDs and people who had labor job, minimum paid job. It's make a difference how we live, and I want you to do best to inshallah accomplish all the success. But at the end, none of that matters. The amount of water is being used to wash the body of someone with all the money and accomplishment is the same as the person who, as I said, lived a very basic life. Our self-worth and value, it should be clear to our family. People, I cannot control people. Nobody can control people. No one. And we have to give up on that hope that one day people say what you want them to say, behave the way you want them to behave. That is not the day you can expect. People do what they want, they have free will, they do what they want. But one thing we can do is about our families, at least when it comes to our families, to our personal relationship. We make sure our family members recognize that we appreciate the amount of effort, the amount of dedication they have toward us. That is important. And if you put the part that we have to put in, there's one less problem in the world. There's one less problem in the family. And that small, piece by piece, we have bigger problems. Always start with the small steps and ask Allah to give you strength, iman, sincerity to inshallah continue and create the momentum to make it better and better and stronger until that you live around people that you know the value they have in your life, and they also appreciate and recognize the worth and value you have for them. But of course, that self-worth is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are in ultimate and constant debt to His mercy, and we have all this is because of Him. May Allah give us the tawfiq for that recognition, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help all of us to actualize the potential of iman that we have. We could be, as Quran said, Khalifatullah. We are the successor of God on earth. Every piece of this creation was made for us. For us. And inshallah, we are grateful for that. And we show Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He created us for the right reason, that we are worthy of that creation. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.